Hello everybody, welcome back to Daniel's Nitro RC channel. How you guys doing today? Hope you all have a great Sunday. Everything's going good for you guys and all that. I got another video that I'm going to be doing today on the Big Blue. I call it the Big Blue Monster because that's my biggest Tmaxx I got. So I'm going to be working on it a little bit today. I got a few little things that I need to finish up on it. One of them being I'm going to lower the front of the body down just a little bit, and then I'm going to do some other work to it, and I'll show you here. But that's with the finished body on the truck. Looks very beautiful. I love the paint job that I did to it. Turned out really, really cool. Look at that blue, guys. It's gorgeous. Look at all the blue on it. Real shiny. Another thing I'm going to do today is paint the bumpers because they need to be painted. And then I got to space this bumper out a little bit because it's wanting to hit on the new body. So we're going to go ahead and start working on this. And I'll show you a little bit about what I'm going to be doing to it today. So we're going to remove the body on it and set that somewhere safe where it doesn't get damaged. Okay, so I got it full of fuel. It's all ready to go. I have not primed it or anything like that yet because I'm going to see how this is loose. I'm going to be fixing this exhaust today because it doesn't, the amount for it broke. Hey Ron, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. So today I'm going to be working on this. I'm going to get this all buttoned up and stuff like that. So I don't see how this mount would break, but it did. So let's start. I'm going to get some tools and we're going to get this thing finished up today. And then all of you guys will get to see this thing right away. So this truck's going to come alive today. I'm going to get this mount off of here. I'm going to get my right pair of pliers and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I'm going to be on here for a while today. This is my new camera setup. I got a new webcam here a while back. So hope you enjoy my content. Thank you for following. My goal is to make my channel thrive. I want to get more subscribers. So if you know of anybody else that's interested in this kind of stuff, send them my way. I want a lot of people viewing my cool content that I have on here. Hey, I really appreciate that comment. That's good, positive encouragement right there. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. So you probably watched my video yesterday of me working on this thing. I don't know if you saw painted body or when you came on here or not, but I did paint my body for my truck. Whoops, I'm dropping body clips all over. I don't know where the other one went. Excuse me about that. I'm trying to track down where that other one went. It fell, but I don't know where it went. I lost one of them. I'll have to find it. That probably fell down in my bag somewhere. So the first thing I'm going to do to this, awesome. I'm glad you got to see it. Yeah, I love the new Hurricane rims. They look sweet on there. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make a special puller for my fuel tank, and I'll show you guys how to do that. I'm going to get down in here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Love this new webcam. Okay. So keep in mind, I did not run this yet. This is fresh fuel. I just put it in there last night. So we're going to go ahead and start. I got me a whole deal of zip ties here. And I'm searching for the back set of zip ties because that's what color I like to use for this sort of application. So there we go. There's the small zip ties. So I'm going to show you guys how to make a little puller for this. It requires 2 zip ties for one, and then we're going to use a piece of fuel line, a pair of scissors, and we're going to make this work. So step 1, take your zip tie. You're going to put the end of this down in here first. Then you're going to zip tie around the hole on your fuel tank. Now you don't want to make this super tight, just enough to where it moves around about right there. See how I did that? Okay, you want it to be like that. Now you take a piece of fuel line. I would say, probably about that much fuel line, something like that. So we're going to cut that off like that. Then we're going to slip this fuel line over the top of this zip tie like so, like this. See how I did that? Now we're going to put another zip tie over the top of the other one. So we're going to take this end and we're going to put it on this one right here and just go all the way down to the fuel line just like that and then stop. Okay. So now all you got to do now, this is the simple part, cut off the ends of your zip tie. Let's see, that's not a very good cutter. I'll just use my pair of scissors here. So we're just going to cut off the zip tie ends on both sides, and then you have a fuel puller. See that? Pretty clever idea. So that's step 1 of what I wanted to get done today. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so that's step 1. So now we have a fuel tank puller, lid puller. Edgar showed me how to do these, so the credit goes to him about making these little guys. They work real good, especially if you have the body on. You always have something to pull on to open it up without taking the body off. So we're gonna keep on going with this and just get her going. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fix the exhaust on it. Oh, I see another zip tie that needs to be snipped. That looks bad. I'm gonna cut the end of that off. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is fix this exhaust mount here so I can get my resonator back on. And I might drill that out bigger. I'm not sure. I'm just sitting here thinking about it if I should. It'll give it a little bit more flow too. Some people do it, some people don't. Just depends on what you want to do. It doesn't really matter, just as long as you just drill that out, and it drills out really easily too because it's aluminum. Okay, so now that I got that done, we're gonna do step 2 of the repair. We're going to take off the screw that holds the muffler in place. Trying to find where that is exactly. I think I got the wrong size. There we go. There's the right one. So we're just going to take this whole thing off. So just loosen up this lock nut. I've been wanting to fix this for a while now. So I was going to do it last night, but then I got too tired, and my wife and we had to go to bed because I had to get up early to play guitar at church. And that's what I like to do on Sundays. So, yeah. So we're just going to go ahead and just keep loosening up this screw. Sorry if my hand's in the way. I'm trying my best to get everything on here. Let's see, that can be a pain in the rear getting that screw off of there. Trying to get it and centered up here so I can get it off. There we go, guys. So that it's just one little bolt and one little lock nut that holds the resonator on. And so I'm just gonna pull that out, take that out. There's the old broken mount. So there's that. So, and turns out I do have a new rod that I'm going to use. I'm just gonna clean this area now that I have that cleaned out. Clean it all up real good. Make sure everything's nice and clean because I like to keep stuff clean on these trucks. There we go. Clean the side of the transmission body. All right. So now we're going to put the muffler back. Oh, wait. No, I'm not going to put it on yet because I got to remove this old broken rod that it had. So I'm just going to remove this piece. Okay, now we're going to just dry fit the muffler back in here, like so. And I also want to mark on the body where it lines up because it's going to be tricky. Okay, so that looks pretty good right there. And if I can get it out that far, I'm going to see that how that looks. Oh yeah, I take really good care of all of my trucks. Did you see all my other nitros run? If not, I'll show them to you. But anyway, I'm gonna get this ready to be assembled. So I'm gonna make a little tiny mark right here, real in the exhaust header, to tell me where to stop on the exhaust. Okay, so I got my new rod here. These are a real royal pain to bend and also cut. So you have to have like a real sharp thing here for these. So now I'm gonna put this underneath here, and then I'm gonna bend it where I think it needs to go. This is the hard part, trying to get the bends right. I think I'm gonna bend it about right there. So we're gonna take the pliers and bend that straight up like that. See, now we got a 90-degree. Thank you, I appreciate that very much. Okay, so I think I've been a little bit too much, but that's okay. Just trial and error. Just gotta get it right, you know. Eventually you'll get it right. Okay, that looks better. So now what I'm gonna do, now I'm gonna try to size it for the muffler or the resonator or whatever you want to call it. A lot of people call them resonators. Others call them mufflers. It doesn't really matter. So now we're going to bend this wire. This is where it gets really hard to do. Okay, because this is really hard to bend. But if you have two pairs of pliers, this is what I always like to do. Two pairs of pliers, literally just take the wire and keep bending it. And then it'll break eventually because of the heat. When you bend the wire, right there where I bent it. Anyway, that's what you want. There's the mount for the resonator. So now we're gonna pull this back off. I apologize if you guys can't see. I'm trying my best to position the camera here. Okay, see that hole right there? I'm gonna be putting that mount right back in there. So we're gonna take that screw, find that hole that it goes in, like so. Pop that baby in there like that, and then put that nut back on there, a little lock nut. It's kind of hard to get in here because the nut is so small for it to fit. I'm trying to get my tool lined up here. Okay, there we go. Now it'll be easier for me to do it. Just spin this thing and get that little lock nut in place. There we go. Perfect. Now we're going to give it a little tighten down here. So that'll repair the muffler. I'm just going to tighten this thing up here. Don't want to make it too tight yet until you make all your final adjustments. See, like this is bent a little bit. I need to make that straight like that. Okay, now we're going to fit it. So now I'm going to put that up there to that mark where I had it, and then we're going to put the wire down in here. See if I got it pretty close here. Oh, there it went. It dropped right down on in there. That's perfect. That's about exactly where I wanted it to be too. So just line up your mark here on the exhaust header. Make sure everything's lined up. That looks really good. Now we're going to test fit the body again. I'll put that on there. Oh yeah, that looks good. See how it lines up? Looks pretty good. I like it. Okay. So now we're going to tighten up this screw here. Right. Tighten this screw up here. And Ron, stay tuned to my channel, buddy, because I'm going to be running this too. I'm going to be making more videos, not just this one today. So if you want to see this big blue monster come to life, make sure you check out my video upcoming, because when I get this fixed, that's going to be running. So now what we're going to do now is put this hose, hook that up to your exhaust. This is your other one. That one goes right there. So that goes just like that. There. Just like that. Okay. See how I got everything all lined up? Now we're going to tighten down this screw underneath now for the muffler and get it all situated. It's kind of hard to do, to try to find that screw underneath. There we go. There it goes. Tighten it down. And that will lock the resonator in place. Yeah, I know. I'm really happy with this build. This has been a really good project truck. You probably saw what it looked like before I did anything to it. It's coming along. Where is that silly screw? I don't want to tip it over because I got fuel in it. I'm trying to find where that silly thing's at. I know it's around there. There it is. I'm gonna give that a good twist. Tighten that up. There we go. See, now it won't move. Yo, Guru RCs, what's up, bro? Thank you guys for joining my live stream today. Man, it's good to have somebody on, or some people on today. That's wonderful. Okay, I'm just working on the big blue monster right here. I'm going to be getting her running today. Okay, so now that I have that done, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to replace these two zip ties right here. And I'm going to replace those with some new ones. So we're going to do that right now. Get some new ties on it because I like to replace those because sometimes they get bad. So we're just going to cut off and we're just going to replace it with some fresh new ones. I like to do that. So we're just going to cut both of those zip ties off and just start fresh. This can be a pain in the rear to cut those sometimes. Okay, so now we're going to put the new ones on there. I use the wider zip ties for this. You want to use like those right there. That's what I like to use because they hold better and they grip better. So we're gonna put those zip ties on here. Kind of hard to do, but once you get them on there, they're not bad. Line them up and then give it a good pull, and that'll seal off everything like so. I cut the end of it off like that. Now we're going to put the other one on. This one's going to be let's see. This one's going to be a challenge because I got to get it through there. I'm going to cheat a little bit and go through here. There we go. Get it underneath that nail line. I don't want to pinch nail lines. Okay, so now we're going to put that zip tie on. So that will seal off the exhaust. And then we're going to cut the end of it off like that. There we go. That concludes for the exhaust. Now, there's something else I was going to do to this thing, and that is to lower the front towers down one notch because the body sits up a little bit too high. So I'm going to take care of that. There's a couple screws that I need to loosen up, and we're going to get that body centered down on there. So it does pretty good. Oh, one other thing I need to do. I'm going to zip tie these lines right here, especially right in here, because there's a lot of heat right here. And I want to keep those away from the exhaust and stuff. So we're just going to put another tie right there. Now again, you don't want to be crazy, just barely put it on there, just like I did. Just like that. I'm going to cut the end of that one off. All right, there we go, guys. That looks really good. I could possibly get rid of some more of that line. I like to make my lines real nice and clean. Yeah, I can cut a little bit more of that off. Just to make it look good. There we go, just like that. Get it out of the way of everything. Okay, so now we're gonna lower the front towers, these body towers down. So I'm gonna get my little screwdriver kit out. Here, I'm gonna get some stuff going here. So now I need to find my Phillips bit. I'm just gonna lower it just a little bit. Don't need to go crazy with it, just a little bit here. Let's see, where's my, okay, there's my things. Now I might have to, I'm gonna take this shock off, just this one screw, so I can see, because that's kind of hard for me to loosen up that screw with the big old shock in the way. So I'm gonna just loosen this up and just lay it down. So now I have access to this screw now. So we're just gonna loosen this guy up. And we're gonna just lower it down one hole. I think that might work. I'm gonna do the same thing with the, yo, Edgar, what's going on, brother? Hey, thanks for joining. How you doing? So I'm just gonna test this out. I'm going to just take those one hole down. Whoops, I don't want to lose those screws. Okay. I'm just taking care of my shock or my body mount, lowering the body a little bit because it needed to be lowered a little bit. And remember, I'm only going one down, so it's not very much, just a little bit. I'm going to tighten these screws down just a little bit so I can test fit the body now. Okay, now let's put that beautiful body on here. Perfect. That's just what I wanted. See how the body just lays down where it's supposed to? It was up higher before. Now it's where I want it to be. So that's a good accomplishment right there. It looks really good right now, guys. Real cool. So now I'm going to take the body back off. And then we're gonna tighten up these two now. And then I'm gonna paint these bumpers today too. I'm gonna repaint them chrome. Just give it a good facelift. Okay, so now we're gonna put the shocks right back where they were. Put the other shock back in that one. And you just have to remove these to adjust your body mounts just on the front. You don't have to do it on the back, I don't think, because that'll clear. And I don't need to move the back at all. I just need to do the front. So I'm just going to tighten these back up just the way they were. There we go. Just like that. Now the body will fit on there nice and neat now. Okay, so there's that part. Now I'm going to take off the bumpers, and we're just going to give them a good paint job. We're going to just repaint them so they look good again. So we want this truck to look nice. So we're going to remove the bumpers. That one's on there pretty tight. There we go. There's two. Take off all four. Okay, got one more screw left, and then the front bumper will totally come off, and then I'm going to be repainting these so they look nice, because they're all just yucky and dirty and not the cleanest, I'll tell you that. So I'm going to be repainting some stuff. Put my screws in there. So there's the before, the bumper before I paint it. Pretty bad shape. Okay, now we're gonna flip this big blue monitor around the other way, and then we're gonna take the rear bumper off. Oh, I got a piece of fuel line down in there from when I cut it off. Let me get that out of there. There we go. I'm going to do that because I want to get these all cleaned up so I can give them a good coat of paint. Okay, there's the rear bumper right there. And then while I have it apart, clean it up, just pinch. Okay, so now the bumpers are officially ready for painting now. So now I want to test something. I got these steel nuts, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. The bumper needs to be moved out a little bit, so I'm just going to use one nut per side, and then the body won't hit those. So I'm gonna do that. And then there's the rear bumper before painting. Pretty bad, needs to be painted. So I'm gonna clean those up and paint those up, and then let them dry, and then I'm gonna put them back on the truck. So I need your guys' opinion on something. Do you think I should paint this chrome again, or do you think I should paint them that color of the body, the blue, the oh, I can't remember what color this is now. I'm thinking chrome, but I'm not sure. What do you think I should do for the paint? Chrome? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I think that that would look good. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to get those all cleaned up and painted and all that good stuff. And that'll look pretty cool with those on there. All painted up, cleaned up, and stuff like that. So I'm going to go paint these real fast, and I will be back on live again here before long, and I'll put the bumpers back on, and then we're gonna get this big blue monster running here before long. It is all ready to go. So thank you guys for watching, and I will be on here in a little bit after I paint my bumpers up. Thank you guys for watching.